What it do, 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 whoa. What it do, 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 world. Shalom, beloved family, all around the world. We are live and kicking like a little baby out of that womb. Yes, we have birthed a new nation today. We have a new sitting chief and staff. I got a new chief and staff. So, yeah, it's a lot going on, y'all. As before, we cannot take our eyes off the ball of what's going on right now because, you see a lot of theatrics. You see a lot of grandstanding and boisterous presentations that will glimmer in your eye. You can't take your eye off the balls. So, first off, how's everybody doing, for one? I hope everybody's doing good. I woke up today in a very blessed energy. January 19th is my mother's birthday. It'd be, 8 years now? Going on 8 years. She's been passed away. So, salute and happy birthday to Mama Johnson. So, I got a chance to enjoy myself, just spend time off and just relax and be at peace and enjoy myself and appreciate what the exciting and beautiful things to come, which is going to be awesome. Some awesome things. Matter of fact, I'm going to play her 2 songs since happy birthday to her. I'll play her 2 songs. Matter of fact, before I do that, let me see if I can find that first, because that would be much appreciated. Let's do this first. Matter of fact, no, we're not going to do that first. We'll do that after. Mama come first. Mama come first. So we'll go ahead and take care of that. So we'll play that. I might flag my own self. That's crazy. I might wind up flagging my own self because of that. But this is on my page, y'all. Y'all can go to that. But this is it's my first little self-produced album I did back in school. But at the bottom, I think is track number 15. But that's her song.
Song for my mama. You were the one that birthed me, the one that raised me, put me in my place when I had an attitude. You've been my motivation, true inspiration. Now I just wanna show my gratitude.
First born to a single black mom that was strong, was the man of the house cause my pops was gone. Now I truly understand that you do what you can. I know it was hard raising a knucklehead to a man. Oh, till I grew older, thought it all was over. Stepped out on my own and felt the whole world on my shoulders. You kept me warm when my days was getting colder. They said we wouldn't make it and be stuck under that boulder. You told me learn all I can and to remember my culture, to watch out for these jealous females and all of these vultures. You enter in the jungle where there's a whole lot of poachers. Strong, black and heavy hitting like a couple Folgers. Cover all expenses, white picket fences. Messing with my mama, guaranteed that there's consequences. Been through the rough times, now I see the sunshine. Didn't say it much, but I love you, this your son's prime.
Mama,
It be that woman that I'm hugging on, food that I'm grubbing on, knowing that I'm coming home.
mama,
Always doing what she can, raise the kid to a man, always my number one fan.
mama,
Whenever I'm rocking the crowd, feeling so damn proud, yelling all out, and that's my mama.
mama.
This is a song for my mama, yeah, that's my mama. Yeah, you showed me the ropes on how to lock it out and walk about, the one that I can't walk without. Yeah, you walked me through the guidelines, watching all the fine lines. Did the most to survive just to get a piece of my own shine. Through difficulties, no house, no groceries. People turn their back, now they acting like they know me. Keep it real, always tell me how you feel, never phony. Yeah, that's my mama. I treat her like a trophy, it's out of love every time I got got on your nerves. If I ever talk back, I knew that I would get served. I knew at times in my life I knew I deserved and never had too much food, so we had to conserve it. You gave me a better life when you took me out of the hood, and I'm high your strength as a strong black woman. I feel I owe you the whole world. You're my motivation, my inspiration, you're my number one girl.
I fell down, you was there to pick me up. You're always there for me. Plus you always went that extra mile, just to show that you care for me. No riches or fame could ever take your place, and I'll give God all the praise for making you my mama. I really love my mama, yeah. That's my mama.
It be that woman that I'm hugging on, food that I'm rubbing on, knowing that I'm coming on.
Mama.
Always doing what she can, raise the kid to a man, always my number one man.
Mama.
Whenever I'm rocking the crowd, feeling so damn proud, yelling all out, yeah, that's my mama. This is a song for my mama, yeah, that's my mama.
Song for my mama.
Yeah. It's for all the mamas that been holding it down.
You know I love you.
You only get one mama. When all your boys is gone, and you down and out. She gon' be the one right there by your side. That's mama. Always
The baby face pride. Oh, you little Gerber baby face. Oh man, I did that a while back, but yeah, that's her. That's her cleaning up the house song. So yeah, that was. I wrote that when I was in the garage of old school OG Granny back over there in the Hesperia area, and yeah, I wrote that actual. I wrote those lyrics to a different beat. It was like an industry beat. And then I just happened to run into the homie, and shout out to Darvon. And that was the homie that was singing. That was like me and him was like Nate Dogg and Warren G. Like we was collaborating on the beats and stuff like that. And like I produced that on that particular project, The Storms Won't Last. I produced majority of the tracks on that album, on this project that you see right here. But Darvon, he produced that beat. And so I took some of the lyrics. I took the lyrics that I had on another beat, and we just came together and put that together. And it just was. I recorded it when I finally got to school. When I was in college at AIU, American Intercontinental University, I went to school for media productions, and we just happened to finish up there. But we recorded it at Mr. and Mrs. Berry's place, and it was literally like hustle and flow. Like we was the epitome of hustle and flow. Like we had the sock over, we had the pantyhose over the what is it? The hanger, the wire hanger. Like it was so ratchet, man, but it was amazing. It was like the old days of like Temptation when they first made that original beautiful buttery music, just like any of your old school bands. Like it's like Fuji-esque. It was something special at that time that had me cranking out this type of music as a kid. Man, I was on fire, and I had built up a nice little catalog of music like super early, and then life happens. So this was one of them. That I had made for her, so she enjoyed that one. But on this whole project, this is definitely like if somebody was to get to know me, like you'd be able to listen to each one of the songs, and like you get an idea of who I was and how life was and moving around. And this was a fire project though. I really like. Oof! Oh, this just came on by itself.
Yeah. A lot of people don't realize that there is a ghetto.
I didn't expect it.
And we do struggle. shit does get too much. Yo, I know the reason why I'm here and I can't forget. Get all I can long as it's adequate. Build stacks to the sky like a 40 car pile up. Ring, bill collector, I gotta take a big go. Gone full blast, I gotta make a dash. Keep these things moving, yo, I gotta make my cash. Almost a rhyme, I went at this rate. To match my debate, there's no candidate. Walking around bummy shoes, talking back to me. Hammer gun, ankles is all ashy shit. I gotta be a stick-up kid. Is this the only way I'ma ever make it big? Knock on wood, I don't wanna see my casket yet. The game's on me, and I ain't made the basket yet. Oh, I really don't know how to act like we're back or rack. When the words we love, I'ma bring it back. Slip and falls, yo, I'm trying to prevent. But reality hits hard like cement. A lot of things on my mind, I can't even think straight. My tank's on E, oh Lord, I need the strength. I'm certain I gotta keep on working, even though the hurting is hitting behind the curtain. Scars is deep. Yo, it's hard to sleep, trying to swim to the surface, but I'm pulled beneath. I done been through the storms, I done swam in the depths, I done seen new life, I done seen many deaths. Taliban are bigger celebrities than me. Every day seen on TV, but I'm inconceivably mistaken. Every time I kick, I got the world shookin'. You say your rhymes hot, man, my rhymes is cooking. Next time I walk around standing on gold mines, can't get a shovel for shit, doesn't mean that I won't shine. On the mic, I'ma pay my dues. Best believe daddy need a pair of brand new shoes. But right now, shit seems to be too much. I miss breakfast, no money to take my girl to lunch. Oh, am I living the American dream? Got a child, family struggles to the age of 18. They say things will be okay, but shit happens to be too much today. Flipping burgers 5 years, only a 10-cent raise. We the starving youth, why these motherfuckers get paid? Everybody wanna be a nigga, but don't nobody wanna go through the fucked up shit just to be a nigga. Cops is hella crooked, telling kids don't do drugs, but half of them the ones that cook it. Badass in the first grade, doing it in the worst way. Smarter than astronauts, but why the hell I can't get paid? 25 L rule with no family, and they wonder why this man tried by his insanity. They try to cage his rage, not on the same page. Don't know about his life or what he goes through every day. It's boring and pouring to about 8 in the morning. Niggas shot just for eating apples and oranges. They said I had a hand grenade. Motherfucker, I was drinking up on a Gatorade. Fast world, slow time, bad cops, good crime, darkness every day. Props to bring you the sunshine. Gotta make the right moves like a game of chess. I want it all, ain't no reason to ever settle for less. Oh, you feeling me and I'm feeling you. One thing about me, I'ma be real with you. On my knees I pray for a better day. Just hold on, just like the song says. Hey.
Oh my goodness, that gave me goosebumps. Oh man, that gave me goosebumps. I remember exactly where I was in life when I was playing that, when I was recording that. Man, I did not expect that to come on. That wasn't supposed to come on, but yeah, you can go ahead and check all that stuff out. I didn't even have this in mind to be playing any of this, but because I know I'm gonna flag my own damn self. But wow. Yeah, that was my first project that I put out though, y'all. That was my first little project. This was matter of fact, I'll play this one because this is when I was with my mom, the Dog Whistle album. And this is when she was battling stage 4 bone cancer in Indiana. So I wound up having this song. But the actual song itself is gone. I don't know. It ain't gone, but it's when I did this version, this was like right as COVID was happening, and it was crazy because it's just like I finally would like get a chance to like break down and grieve and stuff like that. But it was like that energy I had was like, you got to keep going, you got to keep persevering. At that time, I knew that stuff was like really weird, you know, with the world. But it was like, did I know it was Jacob's trouble? I didn't know, but there was something kept me going on. I know that thing that kept me going on was Mama Johnson. I could say that. So,
Lord, I need prayer for my soul, my rhymes, my heart, my mind, keeping them intertwined. Prayer for my rights, my wrongs, weakness, get strong, praying through this song. I need prayer for my friends, my fam, my haters, my fans, all of them go hand in hand. Prayer for the boys and girls, all of them around the world, y'all precious like pearls. I haven't spoken to you in so long. I was scared cause I was doing it all wrong. That's why I had to write write this song. Need strength from you to keep me strong. To the man in the mirror, how did you get here? That answer has always been quite clear. To God be the glory is simple. We are more careful about money than our principles. So I know that you may ask why all of these tears that I cry can get a little messy. You have no idea how much God has truly blessed me. I know that you may ask why all of these tears that I cry can get a little messy. You have no idea how much God has truly blessed me. Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, let your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. To God be the glory, shower me with your blessings. Through the fog, my soul, I try to search it. I know I'm not there, but I try to be near perfect. I've been made new, Lord, I thank you, and I'ma continuously praise you. Remember that I went 100, so when I'm gone, just rap me to the fullest. Never been a trend, always been a movement. Things always change, be open to improvements. I know the reason you kept me. You could have turned your back and just left me, but you embraced me and didn't let go. My bond with you is something I can't let go. I know that you may ask why all of these tears that I cry can get a little messy. You have no idea how much God has truly blessed me. I know that you may ask why all of these tears that I cry can get a little messy. You have no idea how much God has truly blessed me. This world turning into such a dark place. Many stop believing, so help me to spark faith. To never give up and persevere. Keep your eye on the prize when the worst is near. Lord, hold me, I'm getting cold and lonely. The devil's attacking, I'm not the one and only. The pain is never enough, I'm calling the devil's bluff. Staying strong for me and my family stuff. Mama, we miss you so much. For everyone who loves you, it's been so tough. When I speak, I know that you're listening. Nothing can amount to the mama love that you've given me. They don't know what we've been through, so sit on back and let me tell you that we are survivors, we are fighters. We roll with full flats on the tire. I know that you may ask why all of these tears that I cry can get a little messy. You have no idea how much God has truly blessed me. I know that you may ask why all of these tears that I cry can get a little messy. You have no idea how much God has truly blessed me. I know that you may ask why all of these tears that I cry can get a little messy. You have no idea how much God has truly blessed me. I know that you may ask why all of these tears that I cry can get a little messy. You have no idea how much God has truly blessed me.
Hey, give me a call and get this message. I got 128. I don't know what it was talking about here. All right, then. Love you. Bye.
Wow. I'm proud of that young man right there. You can actually look back on your progress in life and see things like that. Life was crazy at that moment. For many that don't know me, life was crazy at that moment. And to be where I'm at now, all praise. I promise you, when you're on the other side of this fence, that feels good. You know what I'm saying? Like when you, it's like being like a Browns fan or a Cowboys fan. Like you just been losing. No shade towards that, but I'm just saying, it's just when you've lost so much and then you finally on the other side of this fence, and the joy and peace after watching that. So I hope that many people can look back on their own life and reflect, and we're only hateful when we're not grateful. And that's what I get out of that. That really is lit a fire back under me, because at that moment that was like That was Jacob's trouble. That was literally like coming. That was right on the other side of it. Like everybody abandoned, everybody abort, everybody abandoned ship. It was just that crazy at that time. And I'm like, why? Where's everybody's faith at? Like, what's going on? I'm like, ah. I just held on, kept on holding on. So I'm so thankful because all of that and not giving up. That's what it takes is not quitting, not giving up. Don't give up. No matter what it, no matter how hard it is, no matter how stressful, how much you may be broke, no matter how much you may be broken, torn apart, torn to pieces, torn to shreds. Like you're still here. You're still here, and there's a reason why you are here. And I'm so thankful that you know for yesterday, but that was just a very you know giving my roses after going through the last 7 years of a gauntlet of doing my actual spiritual work, my shadow work, going through that. I needed to go through that. I needed to get that out so I could be ready, be able to, what I'm saying? You gotta empty your whole jug before you're able to even embrace what is to come. But yeah, I'm a mama's boy. But at that time, it was just crazy. Like my grandmother was just she had left. I was dealing with my father's situation. My mom, I did not actually get a chance to like grieve. That was like the grieving process. I really was getting all of that out during that whole time. So like that whole first year, yeah, it was just like, man, all the homies was giving up and quitting. I was just like, dang, this is me all by myself. I need to be ye separate, saith the Lord, touch not the unclean thing. And he was literally removing everything out of my life. He was showing me, hey, this is not for you. Get away from this. Stay away from her. Don't do this. Don't touch that. Don't be over here. Like that was a struggle at that time, and I made it work. And so I send that out to everybody. Like regardless of whatever circumstances you are in your life, do not give up on yourself. Have faith. That faith of a mustard seed will get you through. I promise you. I don't care how many tears you got to cry to just fight through it. I promise you, it is going to be okay. It's going to be okay. You have your angels, my heavenly angels, my whole celestial family watching over me. I was at peace last night. I was truly at peace last night. And, you just get that motivation, that excitement, that fire, Um, just even having all of that music, that's 13 albums of music of my journey, how much I've been addicted to success or addicted to, trying to make it, and that's a gift and a curse because it can make you sick at the same time. The thing that, the thing that you love the most can make you hate it the most too, and that's when you got to have a reevaluation of how much it really means to you. I didn't plan on even going into this, but it was just like hit my spirit because we could have been talking about it's a whole lot of stuff. I promise you, I got tabs open of stuff, but um, this just felt good. It just felt homely, even after reading my Bible. Um, my Bible readings have been so prophetic. I know I had got, wise man gave me words. It was just like, hey, you need to kind of interpret what you reading because I'm reading it in the moment and my reactions and newer eyes right now. I have newer eyes of looking at this everything right now. At that time, I had my eyes was there, but now it's different. Woo. But reading it now, I guess interpreting it a little bit more. I think for me, I just kind of kept it like really uh, saltless crackers, just straight Bible, read it just to get it done to show that I'm reading it and I'm actually going through the course. But then when I finish, or even in a moment, I may have a reaction that may stop me because I am in an investigative mode, and it's making me questioning all that stuff. Like I read it and it said alien. I'm like, what does that mean? That's the first time I ever saw alien in the Bible. And so I kept on reading, but it was just like, And that just made me think of just like the inauguration of day. It's like all of these things that we are not supposed to eat, the aliens will eat that. Then it's like that's exactly what happens. You know, when you really put it in perspective, like Thou shalt not drink of the blood. You're supposed to pour that blood back on the earth. It's so many things we've been doing that we are not supposed to be doing. They made us love, but put pork and bacon on everything, y'all. Pork and bacon on everything. No fish that ain't got no gills or no scales. And you really start thinking about why was we eating these things? Why was we partaking in these things? Like it really, when you go to a whole nother level, you go deep down in the dungeon, it'll make you think. It'll make you think about life a lot differently. It'll make you think about life a lot differently, especially in this time now. We're in such a high vibration in these alignments, which is tomorrow, which is going to be amazing. I think that's why I've just been preparing myself for what is to come. Truly preparing myself, and I feel like I am excited, ready, happy, focused, determined, as much as we all should be, locked in, and being at peace with everything. Embracing what was and never letting it go. Let it be your humble rock. Let it be your foundation, and so let it be something that will keep you grounded and centered, because it's a lot of shakiness, a lot of wind blowing everywhere. It got everybody all over the place. Even with TikTok, you see people just like, it's the 7 deadly sins. And that pride, that greed, that gluttony, that slothfulness, how much you're going to start seeing some of your most famous TikTokers like actually flipping burgers, like, welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order? Not even seeing me out there flipping a couple double cheeseburgers just real quick. You know what I'm saying? Just to get, because I can cook. Ain't nobody else tasted but me. But no, I'm just playing. I'll throw down a little bit. But this time that we're living in right now this is the year of all reveal. And it's going to be the year of the big egg on the face. I've gotten a chance to look at the inauguration. I've gotten a chance to look at all the news that is taking place right now. And the world shut down just real quick. Just another little noogie. It gave people a little nudge. People lost their damn mind because TikTok went down. Life was calm. Life was quiet. Life was peaceful. I don't feel like I'm obligated and ordained and chained and got a gun to my head to be able to be running to them, because they have, they banned me. And the moment that I even got off of the bannery, then it closed down. Then it shut down. It's like, I get, hey, everybody, I'm here. What? TikTok shut down. I'm just like, TikTok at this point, you just full of buffoonery at this point. Like, I don't got time for all of it. And you're seeing all the brothers and sisters going through the same mess. And it's like, why are we having to go back and forth with all of this? We need to start creating our own and completely disengaging from all of these. Like I said, me reading right now has been much more of a higher elevation and an enlightenment. Like, that's such it's adrenaline rush, but what is it? It gets your, I guess not hormones, but like your serotonin or whatever, your adrenaline rushing. The yearning for more education and more knowledge and going through the experiences of to gain wisdom. Because you don't get wisdom without going through the actual experience. So like, you got to go through the trial and error. I think that's what a lot of people did and played it safe. I'm just interested and excited for this time, especially these years to come. It's going to be very interesting and very exciting. Today was definitely a complete changing of the oligarchy. The big prom queen and king. You got these people about to really act out now. And don't be bothered and moved and dismayed by any of that stuff, because it's going to happen. It's supposed to happen. People have doubled down on their delusion and their denial. Literally, It's you can you gotta pity it. You know what I'm saying? It's like people were really convinced in their argument. You're really convincing in his argument. That was Will Ferrell from the movie The Other Guys. That's an hilarious movie, y'all. Y'all don't ever get a chance to check that movie out. That's Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg had The Rock and had Samuel Jackson in it as well, just for a short bit. But it was comical. One of my favorite comedies. I'm a comedy guy, as you know. But I watch all of it because all of it is a sign. And there's been things that people have been putting in these movies that have been getting put in these projections that have been the cookie crumbs for us to be paying attention to. And I don't know, as a kid, it was just something like pay attention to the movies, pay attention to the music, pay attention to everything around you, because it's God telling you something. He's whispering. It's like I can't tell you, I can't show you everything yet, but just keep your eye out. Just keep your eye out on the book, And lo and behold, those whispers are like under giggles. It's like, oh, it's like you're in on something that, like you know that person is about to get like, hey, watch this person get knocked out real quick. Like, oh, it's like, oh. But that's what I see. That's why I think I've always tiptoed around and been just. That's what we've always been protected and covered. Our angels is around us, especially even more now. I promise you, my ears have been ringing, crazy, y'all. It's crazy. It's been amazing. I feel like I've just been in and out of this dimension. Just it's been amazing so far this year. And you gotta stay locked in and focused. Like you can't miss no details. Just even taking a breather. Like we all have to take a breather. Like these 2 days I was off, I knew I had to take a breather. Obviously, it was the Sabbath, and then yesterday was my mom's birthday, and then we getting the music together for the album to release. I'm so excited, y'all, for that. I'm so excited that it with the music that y'all just heard to see where the culmination of where I'm at now musically. You'll be able to see like, oh, you would think it was like the new version of an 8 Mile movie, but like different. But it still is kind of like the same premise. Like I kind of like see my life as that. How it's turned out to be like a crazy version of 8 Mile. GTA, San Andreas, LA style. It's like crazy. But this time around, seeing this planetary alignment, it's just you just feel so much at ease. I don't know. It's just the calm, the weather, everything is just so much more radiant. It's much more dialed in. I'm more locked in, and I'm excited for the fast. I'm excited for everything that is to come, working on so many different things, so many projects all at once. And that's what we should be doing. We should be working. We should be working. You should be working your ass off right now. There's no reason that you should be sitting on your ass, not getting nothing accomplished. Like, what did you get accomplished last year? And I think about that every time. Like, what did you get accomplished today? Like, really, what did you get accomplished today? You're not going to get this little cookie. You're not going to get this reward. So, what did you do today? And that's how I move. And I think even just doing this now is just like, okay, you don't get no rewards until you actually start chiseling at what you trying to get done. Like you can't make this stuff move without actually putting the energy behind it. Yes, Pluto's in the sun. Yes, it is. Yes, yes, it is. And it's an exciting time. Yes, it is. It is an amazing time. It is. Pluto is just pool sticking. Pluto's like the cue ball, just literally bang, 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 bang. And it's just hitting with these sounds. But I went on an amazing journey, and it was amazing. I could say the least. And many of these people don't see anything what is to come. So That's why I say, my brothers and sisters out there, just do not trip about whatever is out there. Yeah, we could talk about it. We could sit here and just shoot the shit about all of it. It's all on the table. Ain't nothing exempt. Ain't none of this stuff exempt. But I know that we have been on the right track. We have been on the right path. And the ones that are just starting out right now, you starting out. You got to start somewhere. I promise you. You got to start somewhere and stay consistent. Stay consistent. This is a good time to actually stay consistent and be doing something completely different and normal, unorthodox to what you've been used to. This is your evolution now, to stop playing around and being hesitant about who you want to be and what you want to do. Because I think just all the conformities, even just trying to um, think that just being too dependent, and like I'm just crazy, and I'm gonna show that. Just say how dependent we are. Everybody has become so dependent on TikTok. They become so dependent on Trump. Become so dependent on your damn car. It's just like we've become so dependent on any and everything. Like even me, I was sitting there. I'm so dependent on my mother's energy, her umbilical cord, her strength to keep me going on. Just so just to even see all of this come back, it's like prayer does change things. To be able to hold on to everything that is of integrity, of keeping you stable and grounded and rooted. The moment you even crack with any of those, that's when you start seeing your life just spiral and just go into a shimmy. I as much as the hurricanes will sway us, um, that's only, especially on this side of on this side of the fence. That's because we were being hard headed. Sometimes it may have took us a little bit. We were. It's a lot of people that are going to be late bloomers. Could be a lot of people that are going to be late bloomers, and they're going to be looking at to us as the teachers, as the preachers, as new professors, as the new counsel, as the new gurus. Um, thank you, thank you. You are loved too. You are loved too. Everyone is all loved out there. Um, this is an exciting time, and I know that myself, and I have been such an embodiment of that love and that Noga height love, and I know that it is needed more than ever. Um, so I send my virtual hugs out to everybody out there. I send them out to you, and it's going to be okay. You're going to be all right. You are loved. You are needed. You are wanted. You are special. You have something that I don't have. So I congratulate you. You have something different than what all of us have. You have something unique and special. And that is for every single one of us to be able to hold on and be confident in that. I know what I have is unique and special. Just like we all have that. We just gotta believe in it a lot more. Just gotta believe in the most high, knowing that he gave you what he gave you specifically, not nobody else. The traumas and the craziness that all the drama, all that stuff, the peace, the deserving, the money, the accolades, the pats on the back, all that. We get what we deserve when you go after it. And even when you don't go after it, because change is inevitable and growth is optional. You have the option to grow. But if you don't want to take that option, you are going to get nudged inevitably by that change right into that rock. Right into that rock. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. I've been getting so tropical. I've been drinking coconut water. I got me some ananas. I got me just one, but I'm gonna go get another one. I'm definitely. I have an ananas taste. I have an ananas taste, and it is crazy that I need to be eating. Like after my journey is like, you need to eat nothing but ananas. Whatever's in my body, I need to get rid of. It's time to get rid of it and get back healthy and get back right. I need to be the new. What is it? What is it? What's his name? What's his name? Richard Simmons. Could be the black version of him. Uh, what is it? What's his name? Nutty Professor, Buddy Love. Ain't be Buddy Love. We're gonna be Buddy Love up here. They're gonna be sexual chocolate. But yes, but folks have been tripping. They have been tripping. just as much as the weather and everything. I know I ain't got to none of the videos. I just had, it was just Mama. I want to dedicate today's show and let everybody step into my world of a little bit of where I come from, and I'm definitely a mama's boy. I'm a bag of water. They put me in any one of these movies, I'm a beautiful crier. Yeah, look at myself. Yeah, I'm a crier. But let's go ahead. Let's get to this guy, because this is my guy. Because we keep forgetting about.
Happen now. We've got some difficult days ahead. But it really doesn't matter with me now, because I've been to the mountaintop. I don't mind. Like anybody, I would like to live a long life. Longevity has its place. But I'm not concerned about that now. I just want to do God's will. And He's allowed me to go up to the mountain. And I've looked over and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land.
Amen, amen. I feel good. That feels good. We're going to get there. We already there. That's what I'm loving about. Like, how long? And it ain't been long. It ain't been long. It's literally getting Thanos snapped in our favor right now. It literally is. It's getting Thanos snapped. I'm gonna have to break down this whole inauguration. Like, dude, I promise you, I'll say so many different things. For one, Kamala Harris is getting treated like Rodney Dangerfield. Like, she's getting no political respect. Like, they put Carrie Underwood right in front of her so they wouldn't see her face on the shots or anything like that. Nobody shook her hand when she was there. It was just crazy. You had the guy that was the preachers. They needed the brother out there. He was in it. They need our energy. It's amazing. But false prophets, they are crazy false prophets. It's interesting because I've seen so many little different details. You got to listen to these people, even when he was speaking, when he was reading from the teleprompter. It was literally giving homage to us as a people for building this America. It was a weird underlining, knowing that all of these white folks was in there, because there wasn't no brothers in there, not no soul brothers, and they ain't even trying to even be speaking like that is the case right now. But you're starting to see everybody trying to come together in grandstand, because they realize we got to come together, because this blessing is definitely it's been drying up lately, and we have been bickering for a long time, and we need to bring this blue and red turkey together and gobble on whatever is left, which is nothing but fire and brimstone at this point. So to see, yeah, all of it. And it's literally, it's going to be the year of the big nest egg on the face. Every one of their nest eggs are going to be gone. Was acting like they really got 20 more years to be living. To be doing all of what they're doing. Hillary Clinton looks bad, y'all. She looked bad. There was I promise I didn't just pull it up, but there was a clip of this younger white guy. Yeah. He looked petrified when Trump was talking about a specific situation, a circumstance. It was like this young boy knew what was happening, and he was being lied to. It was like he finally was waking up and seeing like he was being glitched. I could see certain people in there looking like, oh, that's not what's going on, sir. Like it's like, I'm in a room full of people that are in denial, and he's sitting there like, I'm petrified of what's to come. It's like they don't. You're starting to see little remnants of these in pockets around everywhere, where you have one that is just like literally wakes up, snaps out of it, and becomes aware all of a sudden. You know what I'm saying? Of everything, and it's almost like this doomsday shock of melting. Uh, how can I put it? It's like it's that realization. It's that coming to realization. It's some of the ones that are still in this particular professionals, I would say, but they're holding on. They're going down with the Titanic. They're the band going down with the Titanic, and literally the band going down with the Titanic. They don't even care about what is about to happen right now. They don't care. These people do not care. They are willing to drill, baby, drill. Drill, baby, drill. We sit here and be showing you videos of what's going on in Texas, what's going on in Alaska. Alaska has been having activity like crazy all along the Ring of Fire, the Bering Strait. There's been volcanic activity, been drilling all crazy up there. And you have this, and it's Dungeness crab season. It's chaotic up there right now. That whole weather pattern has been staying up there. It ain't even been swinging down to California right now. You literally got two booty cheeks, and in the middle of it, you got one side hot and one side cold. They just did the inauguration today inside. That's how bad it is right now. I don't have to sit here and talk about it. I can show you. It's literally China. My God. China. Japan. Australia. India. It is bad everywhere. The Himalayan mountains are splitting. Ethiopia is splitting. You have places around the whole world that are splitting. What is that? Chile? Argentina? It is activity going on everywhere. And these people have come together because they realize that we have to figure this out. They are really trying to go to Mars. You see Musk back there. TikTok literally has been extracting data off of us. Crazy amounts of data. They've been wanting to know exactly what the hell is going on and feeding it to these super AIs, and these AIs are working back. It's like on some Skynet stuff now. So it's interesting to be seeing this. And Taiwan ain't trying. Taiwan just want to make damn chips. They ain't trying to go to war with China or be in the middle of that Cold War between China and America. Now you're talking about the Gulf of America, the Gulf of Mexico. And the Gulf is beautiful. Barring the oil spill that happened out there, because like you still got waters that really look just really disgusting. I don't know what it is. I think it's the region. It's just everything's flowing down into there from the Mississippi and all the other rivers, and it just kind of go in that vicinity. I don't know why it goes down. That's a good interesting thing of why that water or that energy goes down to the Gulf like that. That's interesting. Because it could have flowed in, it could have flowed to the sides, but it went directly in these specific regions. You know, it's interesting. Because I've driven over the bayou. Man, this country is beautiful, y'all. I ain't even gonna lie. This country is beautiful. I've seen the Devil's Tower. I'm gonna show you a picture of that Devil's Tower too. Matter of fact, let me see if I got it on here. Probably another one. Yeah, I got it on another screen. But I'm just saying, like, no, that's it right there. My bad. Keep it right there. Yes, he do. He looks like sugar. He looks like sugar. He looks like the he looks like that fucking duck. I don't remember the movie, man, but it was like a 3D animated duck. It was a somebody mentioned it in the last video. I mean, I did, but it was funny. I'm telling you, this dude's face is that duck. I'm telling you, it's that duck. And he's an evil, diabolical looking duck. It's you seeing all of the Avengers of all the billionaires come together right now. And they're so fascinated on wanting to send this little pop rocket up to Mars. It's funny because like this is the closest that Mars is going to be in the trajectory of this spin around. After tomorrow, oh, it's gonna be a different story. So they think that they're gonna, well, we're gonna miss it, but it's like, like white man can't jump. He's like, you're gonna miss the rim. You're not even gonna like hit the rim. You're not even gonna boom. Like you just go all the way under the rim. Like shoo. They're gonna be going farther away. Like Mars is gonna be getting away, and they're gonna be running out of gas to catch it. And they're gonna be floating floating around or whatever they're trying to do. But it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. They are so hell bent on doing that, and still, it's like they're catering to thinking that they can do the bare minimum here, like extract everything to try to go there. Like, what movie is that? It's like it's not a Wall-E movie. It's kind of like Wall-E. It's like a post-apocalyptic movie where they're trying to go up up into space. I think it was like Mark Wahlberg in it, something like that. I think it was Mark Wahlberg. But that particular movie, as much as how much we've tried to extract from the earth, and you're trying to do it even more. You're trying to do it even more, and they're going to find that everything has shifted. That's what's been going on right now. It's just a major shift of everything. So everything that they thought was there is no longer there. So they have been perplexed of like, okay, why are these weather patterns? Why are these hurricanes going this way now? Why is these waters going this way? Why is the gold that used to be over there is now over here? Howard the Duck. Thank you. Oh, now you're gonna have me pull them up. I'm gonna have to. Because Elon looks Howard the Duck. No, Elon Musk does not look like Howard the Duck, but he has a viral Chinese doppelganger named Yilong Ma. The Chinese doppelganger. Hold up. There you go. So I need that picture. We just got to bring him up real quick. Can't tell me he don't look like him. Howard. Hey, Howard. You look like Howard. No. Good old Elon. Yeah. Good old Howard the Duck. I will find a character. I will always remember everything I see. Like it's literally, when I see something, it literally pops out. So yeah, I can't hide that stuff. But interesting enough, let's go ahead and knock out some of these videos. But yeah, I've been having a good time with all of this, man. There's a lot of stuff going on. We are not moved. We're not dismayed. We ain't tripping on nothing. It's just we we'll realize that everybody else is in shock and in panic and don't know what the hell to do with themselves. That'll wake you up.
Right now, law banning TikTok has been enacted in the U.S. Unfortunately, that means you can't use
So
TikTok.
I guess TikTok.
It only gives me an option to close the
Do
app.
not leave
Yo,
the fucking stream.
Yeah, TikTok. If you leave,
Guys, if you leave, you're gone.
Wait, it popped up the moment I opened my thing. They might not. How many viewers do we have?
Still says the same.
Oh fuck! It came up on this phone.
How many stream?
Oh,
how many?
no.
Guys, breaking
This one
fucking
has
news.
23K.
Go to Twitch. Go to Twitch. Go to Twitch. Go to Twitch. Twitch.
None of these gentlemen have any life skills. They have no survival skills. They have no home training. You know what this reminds me of? The Minions. All that fast talking. Yeah, he said, "Hey, ladies, I'm single" on his shirt. It says something on there. But none of these people have no work ethic. Like no hustle. Like, it's easy to do all of that. I can be online all day, every day and do some goofy shit. Like I can go viral just like that if I wanted to. But I would be losing my essence. I would be losing a part of me that just would not sit right with my spirit anymore. Like I can always act, and I'm a great actor. And I can always put up a good front if that was the case. When it comes to something I know that is a job. When it comes to actual human connection and me with people, it's like I'm not gonna fake the funk with you. I know that I'm not gonna play with the Most High. Now at the times that we're living in right now, we in spiritual court. I'm not gonna play around with that. So seeing this slothfulness, this gluttony, this bloodlust, this bloodthirst over these platforms, like how much has it invested into us to where it got us panicking? Like, dude, they look like fiends, look like social media fiends. It's like, damn, how many have I felt like that before? And it gotta make you think about your own self. Like, man, am I trying to get attention? And no, I'm just out. No, it's a very fine line when it comes to that, because I'm not doing this to be up here trying to be getting all cute for nobody. I'm here. I got to do the Most High's work. I'm not doing his work. This work has already been done. I'm just doing what I was told. That's hilarious. Thank you for that. That's a good laugh. Yep. And it smells in there. It smells real strong puberty, real strong pubes. But it's that bad where it's like the look how crazy just that withdrawal was. TikTok said, "Hey, I'm going to shut down for indefinitely until the duration of whenever we just feel like it." And the world went crazy. Had women up there like, "Oh, I just bought me a new Billy truck and a new apartment. I live with $10,000 a month. All my bills is $10,000 a month." Lady, never that. My mama was a coupon queen. No, she wasn't, but I'm just saying that's overdoing it. People are like, "Oh, it ain't tricking if you got it. If you got it, you should, yeah, until that well runs dry. Big fish eat little fish. And the TikTok is the big fish, able to eat your little pockets up and dry you out and make you feel like you just got BBL drizzied right out of the UMG deal. Drake wanted $600 million because he signed for half of that before and made their money back. So yeah, even in that case, TikTok looking at all of y'all like, I can cut off all y'all spigot. And that's what it looked like. It made people. It made it look. It literally made people crazy. Like what they didn't know what the hell they was going to do with their life at this point. Did not know what you was going to do at this point with your life. Knowing that you was going to have to look back at your work resume and be like, oh, so what experience do you have? Well, I'm a TikTok influencer. No, what experience do you have? Can you change your tire? No, but I watched a lot of YouTube videos that have done it. No, sir, I need you to be able to. You're here to work as a mechanic. Dad, do you know what a car is? Well, I know how to spell it. Sir, where's your mama at? It is withdrawal, and it reminds me of the show Mad Max. It reminds me of the TV movie, the movie Mad Max, literally, But it's gotten people really. This is the wolf season right now. Not just like literally and physically, like metaphysically, metaphorically, spiritually. I'm bringing this up just because this is what it has become. Not that. I bring this up because this is the wolf moon. I bring this up is that people are going to get picked off left and right, not knowing, not seeing it. All of these little hiccups, all of these little fire drills. Most people have it's like it's a weird herky-jerky roller coaster in midair as it's about to come down. You know how you get up at the roller coasters at the top and it's like tick, 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 and then it stops up and you're in midair and then it go down some more. It's like somebody putting on the brakes in top of the air. That's what it's going to start feeling like for a lot of these people. It's going to start being herky-jerky on a dangerous roller coaster going down. Everybody's going to start getting picked off so fast left and right. You're going to start. I'm already seeing the amount of people who are already no more. It's ooh. I wanted to show this one
Wyoming is a town.
Because I've been here before, and I think just this energy is in me right now to kind of express that we're starting to see the things come back to life. You're seeing animals come back to life. You're seeing energy like the beloved sister talked about the ley lines, and Sister Renana brought it up, and how a lot of these locations are just getting triggered. Seeing all of these different earthquakes go down the ley lines, seeing all of the weather patterns go down ley lines, the yin and the yangs, differences like that, and the balances, seeing where places where it is balanced and where it is calm and it is peace. It's amazing, man.
One of the most impressive features within Wyoming is a towering volcanic edifice called Devil's Tower. This ancient massive.
Now, before I go, so this Devil's Tower is off of, Freeway 90? It was off of Freeway 90, and it is off of Highway 99. So what came to me was 999 the moment that I saw it, and I was like, and I pulled off on the side. And when lo and behold, was able to see it, but it did look just like you looking at it right now. It looked like a giant petrified tree trunk. Like it literally looked like a crystallized tree. Like, I felt like my life changed when I was around it. But I just wanted to bring that up. But these shapes and all this, I'm going to shut up.
The rock contains hexagon-shaped columns which rise 867 feet above the surrounding landscape. Yet, despite how famous this beautiful rock formation is, little was known about how it formed until recently. This video will discuss a new theory on how Devil's Tower formed and mention some nearby related geologic features. And yes, Devil's Tower is part of an ancient volcano. Devil's Tower is located in the northeast corner of Wyoming, where it is only 28 miles from the southern border of Montana. Before Devil's Tower was created, the area was covered with a shallow sea during the Triassic.
Drinking warm water before bed helps flush fat out of the body while you sleep. Apparently, thousands of people are already doing this.
That's wild. I know I don't have no. How you got premium and you got commercials? Come on, YouTube. Y'all ain't gonna be doing that stuff no more. And then all of a sudden you wanna act ridiculous. I don't know what happened. Let's start it over.
Please sign the petition and urge Congress to make a...
One of the most impressive features within Wyoming is a towering volcano formed until recently. This video will discuss a new theory on how Devil's Tower formed and mention some nearby 28 miles from the southern border of Montana. Before Devil's Tower was created, the area was covered with a shallow sea during the Triassic period approximately 220 million years ago. Over the course of many subsequent millions of years, this sea repeatedly expanded and retreated, leaving behind a large volume of sand and other fine particles. Over this long time period, layers of various sedimentary rocks formed the surrounding landscape. The red rock is a variety of sandstone, the white rock is limestone, and the tan rock is shale. By 157 million years ago, a several thousand-foot thick grouping of various sedimentary rocks towered over the surrounding landscape, much like what is seen today in southern Utah. For some additional context, this sedimentary rock originally towered several hundred feet above the modern peak of Devil's Tower, indicating the vast amount of erosion which has occurred since then. Beginning around 50 million years ago, a large volume of magma intruded into this section of North America, as the slow formation of the Rocky Mountains had given a path for magma to travel upwards into the crust. In this section of ancient Wyoming, there was an abundance of groundwater several hundred feet beneath the surface. As the magma continued to travel upwards, it began to heat the nearby groundwater, causing it to flash to steam. Eventually, this pressure was too much and the ground exploded upwards from a depth of several hundred feet in what is termed a phreatic eruption. As boulders of rock were thrown several miles, pyroclastic flows raced across the surrounding landscape. By the time this eruption was over, a several thousand-foot wide and 800-foot deep crater termed a maar remained in the landscape. This crater would eventually become the site of Devil's Tower. Around the same time period, 3.5 miles to the northwest, 4 similar explosions occurred. However, these explosions were less energetic, creating a smaller complex of 4 craters. Eventually, large volumes of magma emerged at these 5 distinct craters, which began slowly to fill the bowl-shaped craters. At Devil's Tower, the most extensive volume of magma erupted, creating a very tall edifice. After the eruption ended, the lava began to cool in an unusual manner. The lava cooled at the top first, creating a series of hexagon-shaped cracks. These hexagon-shaped cracks then propagated downwards, as once the process began, going further down required less energy. By the time the cooling had completed, a series of hexagon-shaped columns, some of which are up to 10 feet wide, stood in this vast crater. These columns were built out of a rock type called phonolite. Over the following millions of years, the thick sedimentary rocks marking the top of this crater were easily eroded away, while the layers of phonolite lava were far more resistant and thus remained in the landscape. By 5 million years ago, the vast majority of these sedimentary rocks had eroded away, causing only the center of the respective lava flows to remain. This formed the modern Devil's Tower seen today. Surrounding the tower, you can see large quantities of volcanic rock which have eroded away, as the entire edifice only became fully exposed quite geologically recently. Further to the north, the Maar complex was also eroded, thus leaving behind 4 buttes referred to as the Missouri Buttes. As a final note, I want to add that the theory on how Devil's Tower formed is one of many plausible explanations. However, I feel that this theory is the best match given the available evidence. I hope
So they're not great at explaining what they need to explain. Now, his whole little breakdown of his little explanation of what that is like completely far off. Oh, dude, that's a petrified crystal giant tree. Me being there myself, whatever he just said right now was far from it. And none of his theories even made even concrete sense. That it would even just fall and shave off like that. None of the even surrounding area even looked like what he was trying to even explain. And that's why you have to chew the meat and spit out the bones. That's why you have to be able to be there for yourself. You have to see things for yourself. You know, you have to read things for yourself. You have to experience life for yourself, because it will, they will literally tell you half of what you think you thought you heard, and then you swallow it up and be like, oh yeah, that's it. Oh, no. He sounded he sounded completely clueless about whatever he was saying right now. That it would just form like that and everything else would just dissipate around it. Yeah. They like to suck their own stuff. There's a video, I promise you, man. See, YouTube and all these other channels, it used to be a dude. I promise you, I used to be on the dark web a lot too, man. I ain't gonna lie. I used to be on the dark web, deep web, whatever. And let me take this off. And this, there's a site called rotten.com. I don't know if anybody know about it, but rotten.com was crazy. I saw the most craziest stuff. My eyes, like, you just felt so bad for humanity. You just felt so bad for humanity. It's just like, dude, we were going in the wrong direction. What is all this disgusting, diabolical stuff? People were just really putting stuff up there just for shock values. I remember all of the beheadings, all these different things. I saw a dude be able to suck his own wang and got to work. You know, I'm like, what? You crazy? But they do like to suck their own wang about stuff. But you have to be very discerning about the unsettling, because they really cannot truly explain what is the unexplainable. They really can't, you know. To be there, it's completely different. Yes, it's a big tree. Shalom, brother. Shalom, Yehoshua. You can't explain things like this. And we've had experiences where this stuff like this that is happening all day, every day. I promise you, I thought something was walking on my roof last night. I promise you, something was walking on my roof last night. I'm telling you, it's always something. I don't get spooked by that. I truly enjoy things when they do happen. But when you're under, you go into a whole different dimension. It's a whole different. It's a whole different world. It's a whole different world we're seeing.
This space heater is being called the Tesla of heaters.
Why am I getting commercials? Hold up. That is weird. I shouldn't be getting them. Okay, what happened? Yeah, that was an orb. Yeah, that definitely was an orb. I don't know. It's switching me to this other channel. That's why. Oh, wow. That's why it's messing me up, y'all. Okay. Wow. That's not cool. Keep me on my channel. I need to remove the other channel. I was working on
where we cover interesting and fascinating stories for you. In this episode, we will discuss scientists baffled by discovery of jet black eggs in Pacific Ocean depths. Exploring the ocean's deepest corners remains a formidable challenge for humans, with the deepest dive reaching just 332.35 meters without specialized equipment. Despite these limitations, some creatures thrive thousands of feet below the surface, enduring extreme pressure, limited light, and bone-chilling temperatures. In a groundbreaking expedition, Dr. Yasunori Kano from the University of Tokyo piloted a remote-operated vehicle in the Kuril-Kamchatka Trench, spotting jet black eggs at a staggering depth of 6,200 meters, as reported by Indy 100. This feat is remarkable given the darkness of the environment. Dr. Kano successfully retrieved the eggs, setting the stage for an unprecedented discovery. Examining the mysterious black eggs, Dr. Keiichi Kakui of Hokkaido University initially speculated they might be protists, a family of unicellular organisms. However, closer inspection revealed a milky liquid within the eggs. After extracting fragile white bodies, Kakui identified the enigmatic black balls as the cocoons of flatworms, a revelation that left scientists awestruck. Analysis at Hokkaido University Museum confirmed the historic nature of the discovery. 4 intact egg capsules, along with flatworm remains, were extracted. DNA analysis and staining of slides indicated that these were the deepest dwelling free-living flatworms known on Earth. Surprisingly, their early life stages exhibited striking similarities to their shallow water counterparts. The findings, published in the journal Biology Letters, highlighted the unprecedented depth record for free-living flatworms. The study revealed that the developmental patterns of deep-sea flatworms closely resembled those in shallow water environments. This suggests that the challenges faced by these flatworms in adapting to abyssal conditions were primarily physiological and ecological rather than developmental. We have many more such compelling episodes for you. Enjoy.
Ay, Dios míos. Ay, Dios míos. What is going on? What the hell is going on between the sheets of my whole baby?
Let's slow this down to take a closer look. That's an egg-shaped UAP suspended from a 150-foot long line. We're told the craft is about 20 feet long. The egg suspended in a cradle. And look how careful the pilot is as they bring their precious cargo into land. Let's freeze frame here to look at one of the clearest images of a UAP ever taken. This is no blurry light in a distant sky. The source of the footage putting themselves at incredible risk to record this UAP retrieval. Look at how perfectly smooth the craft is. No markings at all, and no visible means of propulsion or way to see inside. Watch how it rolls, almost graceful as it hits the ground, despite being wrapped in the ropes and canvas from the cradle as it's dropped for pickup. The UAP's final destination still unknown.
There's a lot of orbs and eggs. There's a lot of orbs and eggs. Oh, there's a lot of orbs and eggs. It is a lot of orbs and eggs. What is going on? What in tarnation is going on? Oh, what's going on? Got people freaking out. She crying like she's supposed to be getting, like, give me my privilege.
We are the port of entry of El Chaparral. Breaking news for everybody that is watching. The CBP1 app, if you go into the application, it will say that every appointment from now on, it is not valid. So for everybody that is watching, CBP1 app has been canceled definitely now after Donald Trump has been sworn in into the president, into the White House to become the 47th president of the United States of America. So breaking news from the port of entry of El Chaparral, the CBP1 app has been eliminated as we speak, as right now, as migrants are in the other side waiting to enter on this particular day. That is January 20th. They had an appointment and apparently they are not going to enter under this application. It has been shut down. So for everybody that is watching, CBP1 app has been shut down. Into the application, it shows that every information that you are trying to enter, it is going to be non-valid.
Well. It is about that time. You got that. It's about that time. You got people about to start acting out. Yep, it is that time. And it's not just over here. You got people who are really scared about everywhere else. But just as much as all of that's going on, it's still, the earth is still shaking. The earth is still going on. Everybody dealing with everybody's busy right about now. Everybody's busy right about now. I can't even skip past any of these. Matter of fact, let me just knock the whole weather out. Let's get the weather out of the way. Let's see what's going on.
How's it going out there, folks? Welcome back here to a Sunday night. The end of the weekend is upon us. Monday tomorrow, 9:48 p.m. local time here in California. January 19th, 2025 is the date. Latest activity here on the live seismograph stations. It looks like a little small earthquake in the Petrolia area of Northern California. Doesn't look like they're showing that earthquake.
And they talking about drill, baby, drill. All that drilling is going to exacerbate all this. Like, look at this. I just told you about Alaska. Literally everywhere is splitting. You having new fault lines being created everywhere right now. It's just unprecedented. Even over here where Haiti is at, not too far off from there, over there. Right down there with Dominican Republic, you got Dominican Republic and Haiti, and not too far from there. All along that whole coast, right along the whole San Andreas Fault, the Mendocino Trench, Cascadia, it's cracking on both Craton shelves. So you got the first Craton shelf that stems everything from Barstow all the way to LA to Santa Monica Beach. That's the first Craton. Then from Barstow all the way to Utah, somewhere on that border. But anyways, you can see where the gaps are from the coast to the middle right there, and then from the middle all the way to the inside right there where Yellowstone National Park is. And that's where some of this third part right here is where majority of the really strong land, if you can see this whole long strip of like rock brick right there. You got the whole, it's just so much energy right there. You see what I'm saying? You got the Grand Canyon, you got Utah that's filled with so much magnetic energy. Wyoming, we just got finished talking about that right now. So these are interesting locations that are going on right now. So I'm just, it's this stuff that I like paying attention to, because when I was talking about this before, it would just get thrown off to the side. But to see that we now have, many different perspectives now being put together, I try to find the best information that is out there to bring all of these perspectives together so I can tie it together. It's like, look, this is just not, these are a lot of different layers of things that we just cannot, not address or just skim past. Like, no, these are very important for us to be paying attention to, just as much as we're paying attention to these alignments, the star alignments, the planet alignments, the specific dates throughout this whole year, what's going on geographically, the water, everything is speaking to us even much more enhanced than it ever has been right now. So that's why we just can't I don't want to talk about it, or I want to see that, or I want to pay attention to it. No, this ain't the time to be slacking off. This ain't the time to be not interpreting or receiving everything to its fullest capacity right now as far as information. Chew the meat, spit out the bones.
Well, maybe they are here on the USGS map. A little 2.1 south of the Fortuna region. Handful of earthquakes out here in the last 24 hours, including a couple earthquakes in the, at least one in the 3 range from early this morning, a 3.3. Still keep an eye here on the southern end of the Cascadia subduction zone. Tremor activity here today, mainly confined up north underneath the Oregon area, a little bit down here across Northern California, as noted on the map, for a total tally of 200.
That's crazy. All of that in Portland. What is going on in that whole area? That is crazy. That's like Homer Simpson area. What is that? Ain't that? Ain't that like where Homer Simpson is or something like that? I know one of the beloved sisters used to be out there, but that's like you got out just in time, beloved. You got out just in
And
time.
95 epicenters of tremor.
20.
Could be why we're seeing elevated earthquake activity here today.
Wow.
Due to the tremor and the strain that's being produced out here across that subduction zone. Not a whole lot going on through the Washington area or Oregon for now. Looks like a little small microquake up here around the Newberry volcano. That may have something to do with the geothermal operations out there. Let's go see real quick, see what we got. Newberry volcano. They're supposed to be doing some geothermal operations here across this volcano, which will induce earthquakes out here. Kind of hard to tell on that map. Let's see if this one's working. Newberry borehole. Let's see. Kind of hard to tell. Really not a couple smaller spikes out there, but nothing big going on there for now across the area. The rest of California lighting up out here slightly on the San Andreas Fault. A couple smaller quakes outside of Coalinga. Near Parkfield, the latest at 2.1.
Those be the ones that I be feeling like I'll wake up and I'll see all of my hats on the wall fall down. You know what I'm saying? Like where I'm at right here, pinched in between these two. Yeah, all of these have little effects. You know, they're very small, but they do have an effect. They do ripple. That's the key. People don't understand that ripple effect.
And got a handful of earthquakes down south here as well, outside of Santa Barbara. A little 2.2. Nothing big coming in there for now. Got just mainly small microquake activity out there across the region. But as always, that could change in the blink of an eye, no doubt. Yellowstone National Park, nothing showing up there, but let's double check for verification purposes, right? Not a whole lot happening there on the live seismographs, or at least the recorded ones here. Promontory, maybe a little spike of an earthquake there. This is just either wind or just some type of a station failure, or maybe intermittent data blackout, but really not seeing any type of earthquake activity across the Yellowstone area for now. Texas and Oklahoma, a couple smaller quakes, nothing big. Got let's see what we got here for the latest or the largest earthquake here. Looks like it's going to be a 4.9 around the Papua New Guinea area early this morning. So it's been quiet here in the last couple days as far as any large activity goes, but we'll keep an eye on some regions out here. Japan area, awfully quiet. This area has gone pretty much dead silent here in the last 24 hours. We'll definitely watch that. Typical clustering here across the Taiwan area southward. A lot of older movement here across the Himalayas and north into China, but that's a decent size uptick here across the area.
Major uptick, y'all.
I still think something bigger is about ready to brew out here.
Like a bell.
Including the area down across Ethiopia. They had another earthquake here today. 4.4 earthquake in the Great Valley, the Rift Zone out here.
The Rift Zone is cracking.
Nothing changing there for now in terms of volcanic activity, but definitely could happen here soon. Aside from that, Middle America Trench down here fairly active with some fours stirring up. Handful of earthquakes here off the south of the border. It looks like the Baja California area with a 3.5, 3.2, and a couple other smaller quakes out there as well. It's going to be this region right here, it looks like. So activity stirring up south here. You know, and it's still seismically active out here across Southern California. Just nothing big going on there for now. But we'll keep an eye on things. Space weather activity out here mellowing out as expected. And I say that because the sunspot out here, 3964, is, well, it's looks about the same as what it did this morning. There's still a little bit of complexity here within that sunspot core, but anything that does blast off over there on the western limb will probably not be geo-effective, and this sunspot will be out of sight, out of mind here in the days ahead. A couple other large sunspots out here, but really nothing of any type of major complexity. Yeah, so we'll see what happens here on the in the coming days if we're getting any newer sunspots out here on the eastern limb, but not looking likely that we're going to see any stronger flaring out there for now. Overall flare threat shows 20%. I dropped mine down to about 10%, 60% for the M flare. And as you can see on the solar flare chart, not a whole lot of crackling or popping going on there, indicating fairly stable sunspots across the Earth-facing side of the sun. All right, quick glance here at the weather outlook. Not a whole lot of severe weather out there. I know we got a lot of cold air dipping down here across the majority of the country. Some snow still on tap for the Gulf Coast states. It looks like, Texas, Louisiana, got some snow in the forecast there. That could include Houston. I don't know if they have snowplows out there or not in Houston or not, but from what I hear, this is a significant snowstorm, something like that they haven't seen in, I guess, like 50 years. So that's a considerable winter storm down there for them. A little bit of ice may be involved in that. And once that moves out and off, we got a lot of colder air dipping back here across Northern California. That is something new. Maybe a little bit of rainfall, not limited moisture though, but looks like some cold air coming in. And unfortunately, I don't see any major pattern change that would bring the West Coast sufficient rainfall. Just that low pressure that may bring some cooler temperatures, snow up in the mountains, but overall, it's not looking good out here in terms of precipitation for the West Coast.
Bad.
All right, folks, I am going to call it. No new fires out here. Let's check the fire map real quick, see what we got for Southern California area. They're getting a handle on it. Things looking pretty good in terms of the containment there. Got 56% containment with the Palisades fire. The Eaton fire over here, 81%. No hot spots being observed. I know there's some strong wind events expected out here over the next few days or so, but hopefully the fires out there will stay. Hopefully there will be no more fires, but we got to keep an eye on that when we're this dry and get these wind events. As we've seen here with the recent fires there, they can take off fairly rapidly. Another earthquake out here around Parkfield. That was at 24, yeah. So, yeah, we'll just kind of keep an eye on things out here, folks. Nothing.
It's interesting. That is interesting. It's like, oh, we got, it's contained now. Yeah, it should be contained after everything and burned the damn down. Hey, what are you talking about? You should be able to contain some ashes of everything that's already been burnt down. It's not that hard. So yeah, it is flying colors right now. You're seeing. This is literally the calm before the storm. That's why I'm interested in seeing this, because I wanted to see how tomorrow plays out, because this is unheard of. That we've never seen something like this happen. So to witness this, it's like we're scientists. Like, we have to investigate every single piece of detail, every little thing that's happening right now. This was in Japan.
Join me as I dive into the aftermath of 2 monster earthquakes in Japan and take on the challenge of exploring how the country is bouncing back.
How do you bounce back from this? Why do they keep saying that? Oh, we're going to build better, we're going to bounce back? Like, how the ground has been bouncing nonstop everywhere. All of these people have been trying to gas these people up, and like, it's like put them over their shoulder like a baby, like, hush, little baby, don't you scream. It's like, dude, these people are really living in a shocking reality. They were so typically used to it being on the movies and all this stuff. No, it's not. It's completely different now. And this is not just Japan. This is everywhere. Wow.
Japan was rocked by not one, but two massive earthquakes in a span of just a few days, leaving widespread destruction and chaos in its wake. The impact of these earthquakes has been devastating, and the people of Japan are still reeling from the effects.
That's crazy.
The affected areas are facing an uphill battle as they struggle to come to terms with.
I mean, that car was rocking and wasn't nobody in there humping. That car was rocking like somebody was in there getting a business, and there's that's Godzilla. No.
The extent of the damage. Entire cities have been left in ruins, with buildings reduced.
The screen says strike, and he ain't even have to throw no damn ball. The earthquake gave him a strike for him.
To rubble and infrastructure severely
That's
damaged.
crazy. That's crazy. Oh.
The loss of life has been tragic,
Oh,
with
my
many
goodness.
families torn apart by the disaster.
Oh my goodness.
But it's not just the physical damage
Ooh, they rocking
that's
it
a
now.
concern. The psychological impact on residents
Yeah,
is
the
very
psychological.
real.
He said it. He said it right there. The psychological impact. You're never going to be able to go back to sleep again. You're gonna be traumatized. You're gonna be exhausted and stressed out because you're always gonna be going back to. You're always gonna. It's the Freddy Krueger effect now. It's literally that now. People are gonna be scared to close their eyes now. They're gonna be sleeping in intervals now. Darling, it's your time to go to sleep. I don't want to go to sleep. I need a TikTok. Like that last footage with the whole building floor collapsed. The whole floor collapsed. It's crazy.
The roads are filled with debris, making it difficult for rescue teams to reach those in need.
Oh wow. Oh my goodness. Wow.
Emergency services are working around the clock to search for survivors, but it's a daunting task.
Wow.
Many people are still unaccounted for, and the wait for news is agonizing for their loved ones. The scenes of devastation are heart-wrenching, with families left to pick up the pieces and try to rebuild their lives. As the country begins to come to terms with the scale of the disaster, the true extent of the damage is slowly becoming clear. It's a difficult time for Japan, and the people are in dire need of support and aid. The two earthquakes, which struck just days apart, have been measured at an astonishing 6.7 and 7.3 magnitude.
That's too humongous. Hold on, what did he say? He said 6.7 and 7.3. Those are large. Those are large earthquakes. That 7.3 definitely, but that 6.7, you can't just throw that. You just can't shimmy that off like that wasn't going. That knocked that loose to make it more devastating when the 7.3 hit. So yeah, this is not. You build back from this. Yeah, let me see how superior you are from that.
The epicenter of the first quake was located deep
Oh my
beneath
goodness.
the Earth's surface, causing wide.
That's scary. That was scary. They're on the top of a building that they're working on. And it's like all your work that you just did, it just went for naught.
Spread destruction in the surrounding area.
Oh my goodness.
The second quake, which struck just days later, was even more powerful, causing further chaos and devastation. These quakes are among the strongest to hit Japan in recent years, and they've left a trail of destruction in their wake.
Yeah, you see how they just like standing there? Like I've never seen that happen. Like even when earthquakes happen out here, it's like we get to it's like we get in the tub, we'll get in the doorway, we'll get to a solid piece of land or something like that. But when you got all these people underground, it's just oh man, it's like you're inside of your tomb. You know, I don't know. You're inside of your casket. It's, whew, it's, I mean, being in California is we've had our share of many shakes, and so we've been I guess we wear that as a badge of honor now. I guess so to see this shaken in other places where their infrastructure is not as structurally sound as maybe ours have been built like that. Because we've been hit by some, and our buildings ain't gone down like that. It's like we got them that sway protection. You know what I'm saying? And when I look at they buildings, it's like, whoa, that looks like that is about to tip, and everything inside of it is about to get pumpkin smashed.
What?
Yeah.
Japan is no stranger to earthquakes, but these two have been particularly devastating. The country has a long history of seismic activity, and
being on can you imagine that this whole piece just right here? It's just shaking and rocking. You just there, like, and then they on a motorcycle. I'd have been zipped out. I don't know, but that's on a bridge and some Wawa. You falling. You on a bridge. You falling off the bridge. You're falling. I don't like the feeling of falling. And then you're in the water, and then you got this big old slab of concrete up on top of you, pushing you down while you're under the water. Like trying to. That's just. And then most of these are double deckered. So not only you got cars at the top here, you got cars at the bottom. So yeah.
Its people are well versed in earthquake preparedness. But even with their experience, the impact of these quakes
ain't nobody in these restaurants though. Ain't nobody in these business establishments. Wasn't nothing at that. No, wasn't nobody in those bowling alleys. I mean, regardless if this earthquake is happening right now, I'm looking at a lot of different things as I'm paying attention to it. Like literally, even before this started even getting shaken, there's nobody out.
Quakes has been severe.
That's because they all gone down. Down just everywhere. It's not just Japan, it's Italy, it's everywhere, man. It's gone. People are gone, man.
Rescue teams are working tirelessly to reach those affected, but it's a massive task. Despite being seriously injured herself, she refused to leave her children's side until help arrived.
Oh my goodness.
It's a testament to the strength and resilience of the human spirit in the face of disaster. As the people of Japan begin to rebuild their lives, stories like these are a beacon of hope in a time of great tragedy. They remind us that even in the darkest of times, there is always something to be found that can inspire and uplift us. In this video, we've taken a closer look at the devastating impact of these two monster earthquakes on Japan. We've discussed the challenges faced by the affected areas, and we've taken a closer look at the quakes themselves. We've also shared a powerful story of resilience and survival, and we've been reminded of the importance of community support during times of crisis.
I mean, I'm just saying, how inconvenience is all of that? Like, you trying to drive down the road and get to your location, you're already late for work or anything like that, and you literally got what? I know I did not just see this right now on my phones. I promise you, I get so many news articles. 340-pound woman sentenced to prison for killing her foster son by sitting on him for acting up. I get the most craziest things, y'all. And the amount of people, like I said, there's been many celebrities that have just passed away. I ain't even look at my computer notes and all that stuff. There's so much other stuff that I ain't even got to. I was just in a good mood today. Just go ahead and get through this. But yeah, I ain't even gonna touch on all the disaster stuff today because I'll hop off of here and cut it short because I know I still got work to do. I got work to do. Once I finish this project, this is gonna be, a lot more interactive, a lot more people. Like I said, definitely with all the brothers and sisters out there. Anybody who definitely want to come up, you're more than welcome to come up. Like, it's always good to see the brothers and sisters out there and everybody, give their opinion and give their feedback about what they see and what's going on. So I'll definitely give everybody the flow that's out there that want to chime in real quick. But that's the link, that's the code to come into the show if anybody dares to come up to the layer, But I want our energy to stay on a prize that we are at the mountaintop. Literally, we're on the mountaintop, Then how long that we must go on, how much we must carry on and keep on going on. It don't matter, no matter how much it takes, no matter how long it takes. I still got a bunch of videos on here I ain't even touched. Man, I might come back later on. I just know that I need to get these projects done. But we got more than enough stuff. We got more than enough conversation and stuff to talk about to get our minds right and keep our eyes aware and staying alert and on point. But let me make sure I don't forget that because some of this stuff is a little older as far as information. But, a lot of this is dealing with the American crime. That ain't stopped either. I promise you, there's still stuff going on. I'm gonna just bring that lady up because I'm gonna bring her up. She's gonna be the first one. What is that? 340 pounds. Why is these foster parents? They're taking all of these foster kids. They're going through a lot right now. But yeah, you got so much American crime going on right now. You got the strippers is mad. You got still stuff going on everywhere. There's still stuff going on everywhere. We can't take our eye off of none of this stuff right now. You still got the weather is still bad. Yeah. Weather is still bad everywhere. These new laws, we're going to start seeing people getting all extra amped up over this whole election, inauguration and all that stuff. Oh, we're going to build back better. All right. Have you seen what's going on around the world right now? How are you going to build that back better? Man, these people have really lost their mind. really think they're really gotten delusional right now. It don't matter what side of the bird. It don't matter what side of the bird that you're on right now. You've seen all the flavors of the bird inside of that room during that inauguration. The only one you didn't see there was Michelle Obama. She the only nigga that she's like, I ain't gonna be up here for this shit. I ain't gonna be tap dancing for these knuckles. But no, yeah, it's I'm gonna have to do an American Crime because these are all American crime. Yeah, and it's bad. Oh my God, white collar crime, blue collar crime, you can't get away with it. I'm telling you, that's why that's why I say, like, even with the TikTok thing right now, that just opened. It's just no different from COVID when that shut down the whole everything. You saw the characteristics of people fiending, like how addictive it has become right now. That it's become people's way of life and stuff like that. Like that's people's life force, and it's like, who are you outside of your badge? You're like, you're drained. You're not even who you are. But when you're without it, like, who are you without any of those of these things? You know what I'm saying? There's a book that I read called The Minimalist, and it's like, can you operate with fewer things? You know, another book, Emergency by Neil Strauss. And that's kind of like, and after reading that book, it's kind of like, I can see how all of that's playing out now. I can see how all of these people trying to move out to the country and another country and all this stuff. I can see how people are doing all of this offshore stuff and they're getting in trouble right now. You got to understand that the AI is uncovering so many crimes, y'all. It's the Ouroboros that's eating itself right now. They're feeding this and it's spitting back out that Skynet stuff right now. And it's catching people in all of these crimes. Like, what is that? Minority Report. It's literally like reflecting and recalling back all of everything, and you're seeing people get caught up. The moment they got your fingerprint, the moment they got any record of you, anything like that, and it may be just least suspecting. But people that may have been like acting out in their character and stuff like that, these algorithms and these AI is picking up on all of this stuff. All these people doing weird stuff to get noticed and get clout and all that stuff. All that stuff is getting picked up. And public opinion is completely, swayed and manipulated, and it's very persuasive, very much so. But we're living in a time now where that addiction for all of this, it makes me appreciate the COVID sit down for a minute, because it made me tap out from all of that stuff and get back to my human connection. Because when you're still seeing people that are still digitized and have not let go of many of these things, that goes to show how far we have come as a community, as a world. It's no different from the movie 1972, Network. The book 1984, Clockwork Orange. It's a lot of stuff out there, but we are definitely living in the times where it's coming to fruition now, and we can't play around with the signs that the Most High has given us right now to be able to see all of these things, to be able to notice the type of desperational heaves that are going on, all of the stuff that may have been hidden, all the whistleblowers coming out. Like, this is our time where we are studying, because people are ultra reacting to the circumstances that either happen in their life personally or the people that are around them. You got to understand that everybody, one of these people is all affected. It all tied in. It's all a crazy mycelium. That's literally what it is. It's literally a mycelium. It's a fungi. How entangled are you, and how willing are you to get detangled? That's the whole part about that, is how much are you willing to separate your strands and get your strands together. Because when you start tangling up with people, you start losing yourself. You start losing who you are. You start becoming other people. You start thinking different. You start what is that? instituting different ways that, you know, you might see somebody who you may idolize. And even I just got finished reading that in my Bible scriptures. Like, stop idolizing these folks. Stop idolizing all these people, glorifying them, putting them on pedestals and statues and, you know, monuments and trophies and all of these things. Because you don't know what these people did. You don't know. I know what I've done. You know what I'm saying? And I could be able to say openly like that in comparison to looking at them. It's like they know what they've done. And they're willing to hide it, even though the Akashic records and the sun is beaming down on folks. It's like, you can't hide, but you look stupid trying to hide now. Like, that's what it looked like. You know how it's like you looking down at something and it's like, man, you look stupid. Like, like you just got that eagle eye view. You just looking like, why is this person running around like they're glitching? You know what I'm saying? In the corner, like, you know. But that's what you're seeing right now. You are seeing many of these people trying to find an outlet. You see many of these people trying to control their narratives because they're really running dry right now. And all of the grandstanding and trying to do all of these spectacular miracle things and all this stuff. None of these holidays this year is going to kick like that. A lot of their relationships are going to get messed up because of Valentine's Day. Because of the grandstanding of that. Literally. It's going to showcase many people needing things. And it's not just about it's not just about that particular, it's about all of them. It's about just we've hit a new year and it went by that fast, y'all. 2024 went by that fast. And this year is going to be even faster because Mercury's in the midst. And Mercury is just spinning everything. Pluto just poo sticking right behind the sun. And Venus and Saturn have been tight like this. And Neptune and Uranus popped out of nowhere. And Mars has been over my door. Mars has literally been over my door. It's been a beautiful sight to see. So we are seeing something of a magnificent galactical level that is literally looking down at us and seeing how all of this stuff is playing out. And it's just like laughing at us like, oh, look at these punies. Look at these little ants. To see how far we've come and know that we have been on the right path. You gotta pat yourself on the back. The book, the AK family book, everything happened for a reason. You are here for a reason. You are here for a special mission. You have an amazing gift. You have to start using it and seizing it. Even talents that you don't have, even talents people mention to you, like, oh man, you're actually a good speaker. Speak more then. Oh, you're actually good with money. Balance your money more. Open up some businesses. Do what needs to. Like, when people see something else in you, take advantage of that. Because it's like, oh man, they see something in you. You got to allow Phil Jackson to coach you, Michael Jordan. We all are our own little Michael Jordans, but it's like sometimes our egos are our amigo, and we don't want nobody to actually help us out and teach us and train us and school us in a capacity that's going to this person sees something beautiful and special in you, just as much as somebody may see something in you, but you may be like, oh man, I don't see it. And I felt that way. Even today, I had to give words of wisdom. Wise man. It's like, you need to, you're reading the Bible, but interpret what you're reading. If you feel something and your spirit gets hit in a moment right now of something that you may not have noticed or may not have ever been addressed, and that now you have the platform, you have the speaker to be able to address it to the people, because what you may have been learned or accustomed to may not be as what is. And so to be able to read as what is and with different eyes, it puts me in a different perspective now, to where I'm like, all right, this is different. I need to be able to interpret this and how it conveys and portrays in the way we live in right now. Because even from what I read this morning, even the ones before that, it spoke about the fires happening. I visualized that happening. Like I literally seen that happen as I'm reading it. Like it's what movie is that? I can't think of it. It's almost like the book of Eli with the braille. It's like I'm blind, but I can still see, you know? So it's like I'm reading it, but it's coming to fruition. And I was reading it, and it was talking about the alien aspect. And then I seen the inauguration today, and it's like, wow, this is all the aliens. That is like, we as a nation need to protect ourselves by giving them what they want. You feed off of you eat the meat with the blood still in it. Like y'all do that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, be separate. You go and do that. That's what y'all want to do. Cool. Just know that us separating don't come a knocking, don't come a begging, don't come a crying, don't come and, oh, we need to be kumbaya now. All of this kumbaya-ness now. And they keep getting people that look like us. I promise you, y'all, before I even go, I just need to show this. I need to show this because this is something that, you know, people that look like us. Hold on. Right there. Yeah, Mr. Gumdrop. Yeah, but I need to go ahead and go through this before we go.
President. Heavenly Father, we're so grateful that you gave our 45th and now our 47th president a millimeter miracle. We are grateful that you are the one that have called him for such a time as this, that America would begin to dream again. We pray that we would fulfill the true meaning of our creed, that we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. We pray that you use our president, that we will live in a nation where we will not be judged by the color of our skin, but by the content of our character. Heavenly Father, in the name of Jesus, we are so grateful today that you will use our 47th president.
It's amazing how that's why I have to show these things, because we see church and state laying in the same bed and making all of these ugly babies. That's what is coming down right now to where you have many of the churches having to force themselves. You have 3 different versions of denominations up here. The rabbi, he came out. You got the brother came out. And then you had the graham cracker.
So we would sing with new meaning, my country, 'tis of thee. Sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing.
And then it's like little subliminals that they try to throw in there, like, you know, we all men created equal. When have we ever been created equal? Like these false thoughts and these false narratives, and like trying to finally, oh, you guys want to now get on board with trying to treat us equally after you had treated us like shit for hundreds of years.
Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride, from every mountainside. Let freedom ring, and because America is called to be a great nation, we believe that you will make this come true. So let freedom ring from the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire.
Now, when he starts mentioning all of these different locations, what started popping in my head is that, yes, it was like, why is he mentioning these locations? It's like, are these spiritual locations? As I'm going through this, I hope Sister Renana's here because she might be taking down these locations. But these specific locations, I'm like, are these ley lines locations? Are these like, why did you mention these? And so as I was looking at this stuff and I'm looking at the people, I'm listening to him, I'm just like, man, Most High, you are giving me so much to just call all of these people on their bullshit. So I'm like, thank you for giving me this gift, like this talent to be able to investigate and like flip the table on the stuff that we see. It's like calling out the bullshit as we see it, you know?
Let freedom ring from the mighty mountains of New York. Let freedom.
Why did you mention the mighty mountains in New York? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking about every location, and then when I go and I study, and yeah. Yeah, he biting the whole speech.
From the heightening Alleghenies of Pennsylvania.
Why did you mention that? You see what I'm saying?
Let freedom ring from the snow-capped Rockies of Colorado. Let freedom ring from the curvaceous hilltops of California. But God, we're asking you not only that. Let freedom ring from Stone Mountain, Georgia.
Why'd you mention Stone Mountain? You know what I'm saying? All of these particular locations where energy is. The last time I was in Stonehenge, Stone Mountain, I mean. I would love to go to Stonehenge, my bad. But Stone Mountain, that was a whole, it was different. That's why I love traveling, because each one of these places is different, y'all. I promise y'all. So him mentioning this is like, oh, I've been there. What? Why is he saying this? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is he like, are they using him to crack open some energy with his voice and his energy? Like you said, he tapping into this whole MLK soul type of thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he just remixing it like he a spiritual battle rapper right now. You know what I'm saying?
Let freedom ring from Lookout Mountain of Tennessee.
Why Lookout Mountain of Tennessee? Why did you mention that?
Let freedom ring from every hill and every molehill. And
why'd you mention every molehill? We just got finished showing the molehills up in Wyoming right now. What is up with these hills? Why do y'all keep mentioning these? Why y'all keep mentioning these mountains and hills right now?
Mississippi, from every state, every city, every village, and every hamlet. And when we let freedom ring, we will be able to speed up that day where all of your children, black men and white men, Protestant and Catholic, Jew and Gentile, will be able to sing in the meaning of that old Negro spiritual, free at last. Free at last. Thank you, God Almighty. We are free at last. If you believe where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty. Come on, put your hand.
Oh, wow. The amount of ritualism and perversion of the things that we've, learned and we've digested and reprogrammed and re-engineered it, knowing that we're sitting here looking at everybody put your hands together, all of these different things that we're sitting here paying attention to that these folks is doing. It has gotten that deep, it's gotten that heavy that we're starting to see the Calvaries come together on all facets. We're going to see people come out of the woodworks with all of their theatrics, the animations, it's going to be wild. But the thing is, when it happens, it's going to hit people so much hard. It's going to hit some people so much harder that it's like the chances people taking on whatever they're doing right now, it's like it's crumbling your whole empire. That's literally every person that I'm seeing right now, y'all. If somebody steps out there, I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that, literally, they lose everything. Their whole empires break down. Whatever business, whatever person that's out there, people, place, thing, and idea during the last 5 years. During the last 5 years, we have literally gone stat to stat, place to place, person to person, all of these different things, and watched it dry up, turn into something that we now see as for what it is now. And the people that are still blind out there not seeing this and seeing this for what it is. You're seeing these people trying to conjure up energy. It's so obvious. Look at the Pope. The Pope tried to open up 5 portal doors, and he cracked open something. He cracked open something, and it ain't coming towards us. It's going towards all of these other folks. It's attacking people. It's like people can't sleep no more. It's people. It's like things are haunting people now. I'm seeing these stories, y'all. I'm like literally. It's like people. It's like a spiritual voice telling these people, like about the crime they committed, and they're walking into the police stations and confessing to whatever crime they did. That's how much the Holy Spirit is amongst all of these people right now. It's literally got the fright in these people. I promise. Let me see if I can pull this little boy up. Let me see if I can pull this little boy up during this. It wasn't during this one. As a matter of fact, the other prayer guys. Let me see if I can pull the other one up. It wasn't him. I want to see if it. Yes, it got to be this one. It's the rabbi. I believe it was. Hold on, let me make sure. Let me make sure I see him. Because this is. Oh, it got to be this one. I think it is. Is it? Is it? I know I'm going to see him. I don't know, but I'm gonna just play it just because I'm gonna pull the other one up. I don't think it was the other one first because it had to be it was him before the I don't know if it's in this video. I'm gonna just play it because I don't know if I see it yet. But these are the people that look like us and literally jacking our stuff, copying our stuff, speaking like it's crazy, y'all. This is
Almighty God, your prophet Jeremiah walked the streets of Jerusalem and blessed its inhabitants with the Hebrew words, Baruch HaGever Asher Yiftach B'Hashem.
They have really learned and studied us. These people have literally learned and studied our stuff.
Blessed is the one who trusts in God. Thousands of years later, this great nation which adopted these words.
It's not him, but it's another boy in here. But the look on his face is like, he is scared out of his mind. Everybody else is, oh yeah. But he knows there's spirits whispering to folks now. That is literally shaking people to their core, and they are on hands and knees. They're ever extra desperate. That's what that wanted to show right here. It's the other boy I'm trying to find, but he just popped up right here, and I'm gonna use him as an example right off top right now. But you can see that his eyes are wide open, and he's like, I don't know how to receive these blessings. I don't know how to receive this prayer. I don't know how to receive this word. When it's like he took the blue pill, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody else is still under the hypnosis. But you're seeing so many that are waking up like this. You may not see it like everybody in this room, no, but it starts with one like this. There's something. It's like the Orisha God Anansi is talking to him, like he was talking to on American Gods season 1 episode 2, and he was just like convincing the guy like, oh yeah, you just 400 years on America, you still getting fucked. Like, that's what he's hearing right now. And that's what I see with a lot of these guys that I see walking around. They're being humbled, and they are coming with as much of a desperational heave of a like prayer or demand or command, and like, oh, I am deserving of this. No, this is completely different, y'all.
As its motto,
look how he looks.
In God we trust, stands at a moment of historic opportunity. Americans are searching for meaning. Our merciful Father, help us rise to meet this moment. Bless President Donald J. Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance.
Now, mind that they treated Kamala like shit up in here. Like, I don't even know why she even showed up either.
With the strength and courage to choose the right and the good. Unite us around our foundational biblical values of life and liberty, of service and sacrifice, and especially of faith and morality, which George Washington called the indispensable supports of American prosperity. Guide our schools and college campuses, which have been experiencing such unrest, to inspire the next generation, to pair progress with purpose, knowledge with wisdom, and truth with virtue. Hear the cry of the hostages, both American and Israeli, whose pain our president so acutely feels. We are so thankful for the 3 young women who yesterday returned home, and pray that the next 4 years brings peace to Israel.
I thought it was in this video, y'all. I promise you, I thought it was. I'm gonna find it, but I at least got you a good example, at least out of that one. I'm gonna just leave it at that because I don't want to keep trying to drag it on longer than what it is right now. But that's what from what if you look at it again and you look at the people that are in the audience. I was looking at the younger generation because a lot of those other ones, they're already on their way out. They are on their way out. You looking at them right now, they looking like soggy, just a sad bag of soggy milk. Like the like the public school. I don't know if anybody know about the bag of milk where you pop it or you drink the corner of it like a nipple. But I was thinking of that. That's what came to mind about them looking like a saggy bag of milk. I remember we used to have those in what was it, high school? Yeah, I don't know. We had it in middle school. I think we had it in middle school too because it was in the same school district. But they've always made it a point to mix church and state, and it becomes the most weirdest, skewed public presentation of tricking the people. That's what I can say. Because it's never separate. They don't know how to separate anything. Like, you have to put, like, yeah, I got a beefy burger, but I got to put pork bacon on it. It's like it can never be separate. Like, everything has to be an all in one bundle package. And that's where they find themselves in a really bad spot right now. Look at the insurance companies. The insurance companies have jacked up this whole country. I promise you. People put so much money into their assets, into their place of peace. People really enjoyed their blessing, and they went from Park Place and Boardwalk all the way back to Baltic. That's how close. And it's funny how oxymoronic how close Baltic Avenue is to Boardwalk. Isn't that amazing on that Monopoly board? How you can get all the way around the board, get all the way to your highest point, to forget how to be humble about that Baltic Avenue, because you're looking at Baltic Avenue. You're looking down at Baltic Avenue and you're looking with the eagle like, I'm better than Baltic Avenue. Instead of appreciating like, damn, I actually came from Baltic Avenue and I made it here. That's the difference in the type of person that me and you and the rest of the brothers in the nation are, and brothers and sisters in the nation are, in comparison to somebody who looks down at somebody who, because they're on Boardwalk. and looking at somebody on Baltic like, you need to pick yourself up by the bootstraps. So that's where we're at now, where you're seeing people that are on Park Place and Boardwalk now ending up on Baltic Avenue right now. Skid Row. You got people who are frantically asking for help, calling up family and friends. Hey, let me crash with you. Let me do this. Let me do that. Look at how the Most High is magnificent to just rip everything from out of your grasp that quick, because whosoever is not humble shall stumble. And the humility it takes to praise the Most High in the most and praise him even more in the least. That's where people have lost their settings right now. People have lost their settings, and so everybody's being put back in place now. You're seeing the Baltic now become Boardwalk, and you're seeing the Boardwalk become now Baltic. Most people don't want to accept that. They don't want to appreciate that and acknowledge it. That's the part right now. This is the year of acknowledgement. You are going to acknowledge that, hey, there's a problem. That's what they're at right now, is that, hey, code red, there's a problem. That's why you're seeing everybody came together in that small little room, praying and everything like that, because they recognize that it's a problem right now. They're recognizing that they can't have their cake and eat it too. You can't deport everybody, and then you got a bunch of old people that are in America who don't want to get up and work, and then you don't want to hire black folks, and then you don't want to pay black folks. We don't want to work for your businesses no more. We don't want to buy your products anymore until you show otherwise. You got people that sit here, blasphemers, that are sitting here saying, oh, we're created equal. And that ain't changed. Stop saying that shit. It has not changed. That's why the Most High is here. That's why you're seeing Michael jacking up everything right now, because y'all still don't get it. And you got people who sit here and flagship for these folks. Get up there and get the hooting and hollering. Hooting and hollering. Giving away give it away. Because you're giving all of these vampires and bloodsuckers in there all of your energy and your blessing. Because now you got to stand on all that. All these people got to stand on all that. They're going to have to eat all of this. You're going to see everybody, as you see right now, all of those presidents. First time you've seen all presidents get all on one board. First time you've seen all first ladies get some act right. You've seen them all just because they realize that, hey, we have to keep the narrative of white supremacy upheld right now because it is falling apart. We have to keep giving people these fantastical escapisms. Oh, we're gonna go to Mars. Y'all ain't even explored the ocean. How you gonna go to Mars where it ain't got nothing? At least down in the water, you got some water bubbles or something like that. Both places you can't go. The pressure for y'all to be able to be there and withstand it, y'all are not built like that. So how are you superior if you ain't built like that? We're running into people who have literally got themselves in a pickle with this by giving up their energy. You gave up your energy for the last 5 years. This was a time even before, if you started before 2020, kudos to you. To all the brothers and sisters out there who have been doing this work for the longest and kept your eyes wide open, and you've been woke. Not that type of woke, but you've been in the truth. All praise to you. Man, I know how much it took to get to where you needed to get to. I know how long and hard it took for you to get to where you needed to get to. Black nobility. You got a lot of people. Yes. You have a lot of nobility. and you're seeing these empires that have been the snooties, all that's coming apart. Because you look at many of the boulets, the fraternities and sororities, those are all coming to a rest stop now at this point, because them being one of the bigger collectives of our people, as far as on an assembly, an organizational aspect, for it to have not done, I guess it's hard to say, because expectations are the gatekeepers to heartbreaks, and I'm gonna keep saying that because we're expecting them to be our supermens, all these people that are in the fraternities and sororities that are going off to be doctors, scientists, and lawyers, that they would be creating their own, their own Bruce Wayne labs and their own, attorney firms, that they would be able to hire hundreds of lawyers and aspiring people who wanted to be lawyers, people just to even learn the law, the legal system. We so tired of getting locked up, but why we ain't really knowing? These are things that we should have as a mandatory, that we should not be struggling to be able to have as that. You're starting to see the falling down of these black constraints on our community that have literally been just pacifying us, horse whispering and suppressing us, not allowing anybody to have a voice. And even if you bring anything into the community, it gets put to we got to do a study, or we got to do we got to do some more evaluations. Oh, I don't know about this. We don't we we got to get that roof fixed on the church. How many times? Why? Where the hell is Handy Larry? Where's Handyman Larry? Is Handyman Larry with the nuns? Because he should be working on that damn roof by now. It's been decades, and y'all roof still ain't fixed. How y'all blowing the roof off every time like that, and the roof still ain't fixed? So yes, come on. We have no more faith and no more trust in it. And our problem was, we even put it in. We thought that you guys were the conduit. We thought you were the gatekeepers of the gate. We entrusted you guys. We thought that you guys would be able to create the examples and facilitate the door openings for more people to get into these colleges. Not knowing that you actually did try to cozy up with these people to actually be the facilitator of the door, to actually keep it notched closed. So you wouldn't let nobody, because you don't want nobody, oh, I don't want nobody to get you. I'm gonna get mine, you better get yours. But in the process of trying to get mines, you slammed the door closed, and you locked it, and you swallowed the damn key. So now I literally got to dig into the concrete and under the building to get inside, or I have to climb up unsurmountable heights to get to the top on a risk of falling down to my death to even get into something. I'm like, you know what? I don't even want to work that damn hard to get in here. You know what? I'm glad you swallowed that key. You stay in there. That's your tune. That's how I felt when I went to the Grammys. I wanted to sit there and be like, you know what? I know I belong here, but I don't belong in this. That's where we should be at right now. It's like, yeah, we know we belong here, but we don't belong amongst any of this stuff. We don't belong amongst none of that. We're here to change it. We can sit here and walk amongst it. We know how to move, and we know how to move in a room full of vultures. We know how to move in the midst of trial and tribulation and struggle. We built like that. So the question, if you're not otherwise, stop it. Because you are more than capable. I know I am. To be at where I'm at now, you better give yourself more credit than you are allowing yourself. Know that you made it this far for a reason. To see this exact day, to see this exact moment. While everybody else is delusional and they all into their vices. They all into their vices. They all into the addictions, the escapisms. People losing their damn mind, crying over TikTok. Crying over President Trump now. Crying over their house in Palisades. crying over things, people, places, things, and ideas. That's why it's becoming a downfall. People, if the moment you stop worshiping people, places, things, and ideas, I had to stop worshiping all of these people that may have been in any of these industries. Yeah, you cool, you made a music, but that's cool. That's whatever it is. Yeah, I'm from the West Coast, but I can't sit here and identify. I'm from the world now. I'm out of this world now. Like it's that's what it needs to be. It needs to be a higher level of expectation within yourself. Because we sit here and we sit here and hold these expectations on man's mind and man's theory and man's ability to try to maintain their own discipline within their own sin. Most people can't maintain their own damn discipline within their own sin. If you put $1 million on a damn jackpot table, somebody gonna grab it. Obviously, you put a piece of booty meat in front of a person who's been horny. Obviously, they're gonna act on it. So yeah, we constantly getting tested on how much you need that more than you need this word, how much you need that more than you need the Most High. The only thing I need is the Most High's favor, grace, and mercy. Those three things right there bring me peace. Everything else can fall in place and get in line. I don't owe nobody else my time but the Most High. And the time that I'm dedicating right here is to the Most High, for me thanking him for doing the work and putting this in me to be able to get this out, for giving me the strength. We all need to be much more appreciative of just this right now moment that we're living in, that we are catching everything with a big old oven mitt, big old catcher's mitt. We're not letting none of this stuff down. And we are doing a great job, y'all. And I want us to keep continuing. I'm just so excited because I know how far I've come. I know where I'm at and I know where I'm going. I hope you know for your own self where you came from. Know your roots. Know who your great-grandfathers, your great-grandmothers was. Whether you're getting your DNA check, whether you're going on a journey, whether you're going into deep meditation and prayer, doing your shadow work, start figuring out the puzzle piece in the your life is the greatest treasure hunt you will ever come across. It has brought me so much peace to know every little detail about myself. You should know about that. You shouldn't, you start wanting to know about your own kids. You start wanting to know about your brothers and sisters, your coworkers, your family members. And this is the work that we're doing. This is the ministry. All these people that's sitting up here, freedom at last, freedom at last. No, you still in that. You still locked in that delusional pie in the sky bubble that has been it's like the leftovers of the leftovers. You know what I'm saying? It's like that cold pizza don't hit the same when it got that mildew on it. You know what I'm saying? Like it just don't hit the same way. Like we can eat a cold pizza the night after, but that cold pizza been sitting in that. It's been sitting there for a minute. And you just like, this is old, but it's still scrump diddly umptious. It's past the expiration date. I don't care. No. We are about to see people get all in a ass bag. You're going to see people who are going to be acting an ass out here. Chest all pumped up and everything. You're going to see people out here who are scared, petrified. Because you got to understand that how often are you listening to them talk? How often are you how often are you reading the comments? Just because of the studies we're doing right now, I find myself fascinated with trying to find out more. And I'm like, whoa, that's how y'all feel? That's how y'all think? It's like, it's way much more worse than we are giving it credit right now, y'all. I'm talking about it's bad. It's bad. You got people doing some really desperate stuff right now. And when TikTok shut down, people was calling, hey, big head. People was calling back to the strip club. You had people trying to come up, trying to find a lick, trying to come up now. Because they realized that source of income, that was a godsend to a lot of people who were hypnotized, who are lullabying, dumbing our people down, not educating them. Because if you notice, any of the people who are trying to educate our people, it gets thrown at as, it's misinformation. Accounts getting flagged and getting strikes and all that stuff. Dude, I literally got off of suspension with TikTok. The moment that it got off of that suspension, it shut down. So it's like, you're not going to win from losing, for losing, capitulating to all of these other things that have that much control over your life like that. You were that disturbed and moved by something having that much control over your life like that. You need to check how dependent you are on it. TikTok can close down right now, and I bet you I'm even more happier than I was before it. Maybe before all of this and Jacob's trouble, I might have been like, oh my God, just like that. Being willing to let go. That's where we have to let go. Let go so you can be able to allow your jug to be filled back up. It's hard. I promise y'all. Y'all got to let go of some stuff. You got to let go of old relationships, old friendships, even when they come back and spin around the block. It's okay. It's okay to heal. It's okay to recover. It's okay to have something trigger you. It's a jab. It's not a knockout uppercut, y'all. It's a jab. It's a love tap. It's okay. You know, you're going to see people. People will come back around full circle and realize that you're doing, they're going to be mad and jealous and envious that you're actually doing better and actually smiling and happy and more jovial than they are. And I had to get over that. That's something we all got to work on, is being happy for the people that we may have separated ourselves in life from, and being at peace for them. Let them have it. Go ahead and, I'm grateful that I was able to experience the little minute time that we was able to have in this time. Whether it was up or it was down. Whether it was passionate or it was subtle. Whether it was love or it was hate. I'm just thankful that it was able to be that, and I can be able to move on and address it instead of holding on and wallowing on the things of yesterdays. We become hoarders of mental memories. And I remember, my mind just activates to where I recall and archive every little thing. I could sit here and come up with one word, and that one word would be a zip file folder for a whole song in my head already. I could be talking about Teletubbies, and it literally, I can already have everything already laid down in my head about whatever I was conveying through that word Teletubby. You see what I'm saying? So because of that, that's how I'm able to keep my mind sharp and going on these fasts and going on all these journeys. That has allowed me to keep the gunk out. Imagine how much we sit here and hoard of useless information. If I'm going to hoard, I want it to be useful information. Like I've watched many videos of how to survive in the wilderness and things like that. Many videos of everything. I'm about to go to right now. Thank you for waking me up, because I was going in. But anyways, we're gonna come back. We're gonna I got American Crime. I got more videos. Get ready for tomorrow's broadcast as well. I got my videos to shoot up, and yeah, it's nonstop, y'all. We're gonna be here, and like I said, we're gonna be back on everything. I am now opening up. I have, what do I have? So I got it on LinkedIn now. I'm gonna be on Rumble. I'm on Kick, Instagram, Twitch, X, TikTok. We'll be back on there. I'm on YouTube and Facebook Live. So yeah, this is an amazing experience. I love all you guys. I appreciate everybody that's out there, been listening on all the platforms, just staying, informed and staying enlightened with what's out there. I know sometimes we may get into I might get into the little personal bag. Like today was a good day to be able to do that and just kind of bring it back to home, for me, and humble beginnings. I think for that just kind of, helps me, we all need those humble beginnings. So I want us all to just remember where we came from, and remember how much far we got to go. And it's not done. So thanks everybody that's out there, and I appreciate you. And we're gonna be back for more. So, whew, oh boy, it's a lot going on. Oh, y'all stay tuned. It's gonna be a whole little ride. But shalom, family. Love you guys.